Welcome back to the channel. It's Sanaya Layla, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. So as you can see in the title down below, I will be doing a recap of The Bachelor season 29, and I just finished this, okay, start to finish. I watched the season finale. The episode was just a lot to handle, so I'm gonna just go over everything from start to finish. Before I get started, I just want to thank every single one of you, every new subscriber. Thank you so much for joining the family and supporting me along the way. You guys have got me to almost 1K. We're so close to our goal to 1K, and you guys have did this within weeks, like within 2 weeks. So I just want to thank you so much for the support. I love each and every one of you. And without further ado, let's get started. So guys, okay, so The Bachelor. Okay, The Bachelor, let's get started. So The Bachelor is Grant, and that's his name. And when you get in the beginning of The Bachelor, as we know, those who have all, and I'm going to do a disclaimer, if you have never watched this and you don't want to be spoiled, this is spoiler alert, hop off this video, go watch it, then come back. But this is the cast, okay, of The Bachelor, and this is every single girl that came on season 29. So I guess we can start from the beginning. In The Bachelor, when you start from the beginning, obviously they're coming out the limo in their cars doing extravagant greetings to meet Grant. And honestly, I think, I wouldn't even say I have a favorite, but I really was just so surprised when, I forgot, what's her name? She brought out the llama. So I have the cast right here on my second screen, and her name is Alex. Yeah, Alex. And she brought out the llama, and I was like, okay, she is serious. She has not come to play. So I'm like, okay, you know, this season, and mind you guys, it's been a minute since I watched The Bachelor. Honestly, I kind of took a break, and I just honestly forgot about The Bachelor. I haven't saw it since Matt season and Peter season. And so I like Peter, right? But Matt, I did not like Matt season at all, like at all. So I was very excited to talk about this because I've been seeing a lot of people on TikTok and social media comparing Matt to Grant, and these are two different people, okay? The difference with Matt is he honestly did not like, and let me say this. Let me just start with Grant. Okay, Grant, I did notice in the beginning of the season, he sent a lot of Black women home. And I feel like on social media, I've been seeing some people saying like, oh, he just didn't like Black women. But I don't think it's that. I actually think Grant liked Black women. Like, I truly feel like he would be with a Black woman easily. I can see that. I just think, honestly, I blame production. And this is a problem with a lot of shows. You know, production tends to do that. So I don't even think it was Grant in that instant, because I feel like it was a lot of beautiful Black women that got sent home literally in the beginning of the season, and I was just confused. I was very confused. So the difference between Grant and Matt, you can obviously see he didn't like Black women at all. Okay, he did not like Black women. I mean, we can see who he ended up with. So that's pretty obvious. So that's what I think is the difference. I'm going to say that right then and there so we can just get that out the way. But I guess I'm going to name off all the women, all the cast who were on season 29 of The Bachelor. So it's Alex, the one with the llama. Okay, Allie Joe. You guys know Allie Joe is the one who was very, I feel like she was kind of blunt, but not blunt to the point where it was like bad. I just feel like she was more of the middle person in everyone. Okay. So, is it Alicia? Yes, Alicia. We didn't get to see her too much in this season. I feel like she got sent home pretty early as well. And yeah, I like that she's an interior designer. I didn't know that. So moving on, Bailey. You guys know Bailey. Bailey is the one who had that short, haircut. And I thought her short haircut was cute. She was rocking it. And that's the one who asked Grant. She was like, do you like my haircut? And she brought him his own short hair wig. That was hilarious. But I don't have a problem with Bailey. I just feel like I didn't care too much for her. Just for the simple fact, I feel like it was so unnecessary. I feel like when you're starting to get to know someone and you're actively trying to date them, it's no problem with taking pictures, but I feel like she was very like social media involved. Like she was just very, you could tell she was just really into social media, and she just always wanted to take pictures, and she didn't really take the time to really get to know him. She was just trying to have a moment, I feel like. But that's my opinion. I don't know. Y'all can comment down below if y'all feel differently. And next one is Beverly. Beverly, I thought she was cool. I just think I don't know too much about her. She got sent home pretty early as well. She seemed pretty cool. I just feel like Beverly, she didn't get enough camera time for me to even give an opinion. So yeah, I feel like she was okay. Carolina, y'all, I probably should have did Carolina a little later because it's so much with her. I guess I'm gonna get that started now. The thing with Carolina is, I don't know if we was watching the same show, y'all, but so many people were mad at Carolina, and I feel like if I was on The Bachelor, this is why I would never go on The Bachelor. For one, y'all would hate me, okay? Y'all would literally hate me because I'm not sharing my man, and I just feel like people have to understand when you go on The Bachelor, we're not here to make friends. Like, that's why Zoe, this is why Zoe, I wasn't even really mad at her because people, the whole group of women literally bullied Zoe and Carolina, even though I feel like they bullied Zoe more. But they bullied the both of them because simply they wanted to have more time with Grant, so they pulled him aside more. But that's the part of the game. Like, what else are you there for? If you're there for his love and you're there to get to know him, what else would you want to do? Like, I just feel like all the group of women, they wanted to be friends while also getting to know Grant, and you can't do both. Because even at every confessional, every girl was like, yeah, I'm jealous of this. Yeah, I'm jealous of that. That's no friendship because it's no jealousy. It's no way you can be friends with a person and y'all all sharing the same man. It just doesn't make any sense. So I didn't get the hate that was so much on Carolina and Zoe, but at least Zoe, she did that in the beginning. And granted, I was a little mad at her when she took him away at the basketball game, but we're going to stay on Carolina. We're going to stay on the topic. Carolina, I just felt like everybody was kind of bullying her in a way. And I just didn't like that. I feel like you don't have to like a person, but all ganging up on her and bullying her is just kind of weird. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, maybe it's just me and I'm not seeing, like, I don't know if we didn't watch the same show or maybe I'm just not. Now, I do think it's weird that all the women, now I can see if it was someone, all the women did not like her, but I can't go off of how they feel because y'all are all sharing the same man. So it's like, I can't really take their opinion serious. I feel like everything Carolina did, and she was right. Like, I feel like, yes, you are there to get to know him, but you only get so much time with him. And the time that she says she wasn't in love with him, that's understandable. They weren't even there that long. And all the girls was like, oh my goodness, you said that, then why are you here? What do you mean? She's here to get to know him. And I agree. When she really said, she was like, okay, I don't feel comfortable with, introducing my family if I know this is not going to work. And I agree with that. I honestly think it's so dumb that The Bachelor have people meeting families, because you're not meeting my family if you're dating multiple women and you don't even know if you want to choose me or not. So I don't know. In my book, Carolina, she's not a problem to me, but yeah. Moving on, Chloe. Chloe is the model. She's very pretty. I think I liked her. I like how she's very nice. She was the only girl, literally the only girl who comforted Zoe when she was crying. They were talking about how short her skirt was. She was just the only one there, and I feel like she stayed neutral. She didn't follow the clique in the crew, and I like that. Moving on, Christina. Christina, I don't know anything about her. She didn't get any camera time, really, if you ask me, so I don't really know too much about her. Moving on, Dina. I like Dina. Dina was the attorney. And honestly, if you ask me, I'm not surprised he didn't choose her. I just feel like I didn't see a connection with them. Like, I couldn't even see them together. I mean, Dina is very beautiful, but, I just couldn't see her and Grant together. So I wasn't surprised. But I'm actually surprised how far she got because I just didn't see it. Ella. Moving on to Ella. Ella, she didn't receive a lot of camera time either, so I don't have an opinion. All right, moving on, Janae. Y'all, Y'all, let's speak on Janae. Okay, a lot of y'all, I feel like most of us know who Janae is. We remember her from the beginning season. She got sent home so early, and everybody was surprised, especially us, being women of color. I just felt like I was so upset that she got sent home because I was very much confused. They had a lot of things in common. She played basketball. He played basketball. I just feel like a lot of things that he was looking for, I feel like it was in Janae, and I was just very confused how she got sent home. And I find it crazy that every woman who got sent home, and this is Grant's problem, they were all confused. They were like, oh my goodness, like genuinely confused because he did not communicate to them the way he should have. So I feel like Janae didn't deserve to get sent home, especially how early she got sent home. I honestly feel like she deserves to be there, one of the last few people to actually last. But that's just me. Yeah, I'm still mad about that. So moving on, Julianna. Actually, you know what? Julianna. I think I should come back and do her. I'm going to come back and do her. All right. Moving on, Kelsey. All right. Kelsey. Kelsey was so pretty. I feel like she was, like, honestly, one of the, I don't even like to say that. I'm not going to say that. But I feel like she was so pretty. And I was just confused, just like Janae. She didn't receive a lot of camera time at all. Honestly, we saw her, I think, like 1 or 2 episodes. And that was in the beginning. And they sent her home. I was just very confused by that because honestly, I felt like I would have saw her with Grant. But hey, that's just me. I can't even give too much in detail of what it is. Next is it Kylie? Kylie, she didn't receive any camera time really except her intro and when she met. So I don't have any opinion on her either. Next is Litia, but I'm going to save Litia and Julianna last. Moving on, and Natalie. Natalie, I felt like she was cool, and I don't know, like I didn't get too much of. They had a little banter. Okay, yes, I'm using Love Island terms. They had a little banter, her and Grant, but ultimately, I didn't really feel a big connection. So yeah. Moving on, Niecy. Niecy, I noticed her when she first came, and I was so pissed. Like, out of all, like, I was so pissed that he sent her home because I was just so confused. Like, she was very pretty. And I'm just like, okay, but woman, you better strut. Came in nice, classy, everything. And I'm just still confused. Like, a couple of people, I'm just very confused why they got sent home. And I blame production. And I feel like a lot of the bachelors who come on, they fail to like give in to production, which obviously what else can they do? And sometimes I feel like production just take people off, just, So moving on, Parissa, I'm not going to lie. She had a little bit of camera time. They showed her. Parissa, I didn't really care for, especially when she did that little slideshow of them being married with AI. I felt like that was so weird. Like, that was honestly so weird to me. And I feel like you just met him. She literally did this the first day they met. And I was just like, that's so weird. And then to top it off, they showed the mirror on the wall and how her room looked. And I just took it too far. That just really took me over the edge. So I was like, yeah, I don't really care for Parissa. Not that I feel like she's a bad person. I just think, we should be clean, so I don't know. I don't really care for her. Radhika, I've never saw her. I don't remember seeing her. So yes, this is another contestant on season 29. I don't have an opinion. Okay, Rebecca got a little bit of camera time. She, to me, seemed very, like, chill, laid back, a little shy, on the shy side. And there was no problem with that. I feel like Rebecca's pretty, too. I just knew, like, he wouldn't choose her because she was just very shy. And I feel like all the other personalities amongst the women, you have to stand out. And I feel like she had the look to stand out. It's just her personality didn't really show. Like, she was so shy, and understandable, she's on TV, but she didn't really show her personality as she should, compared to the other girls. So I feel like that's really the reason why she got sent home. She did do good, when they did that little talent show, whatever. That was cute. So, okay, moving on. Rose. Oh my goodness, y'all, out of all the people, I don't care what y'all say. Out of all the people, I really dislike Rose. I really don't like her because I feel like at first I just didn't like her. She just seemed weird to me anyways. And then it really solidified when Carolina, Rose talking about they was sitting in their room because they were roomies, and basically Rose told Carolina, like, yeah, when we did the talent show, he told me that while you were kissing him, he was thinking about me. You know that man didn't say that. You know that man didn't say that. Like, please stop lying. Please stop lying. If you're going to do anything, stop that lying. And I feel like low-key Rose, I don't know if y'all noticed, but to me, her eyes tell it all, and she low-key give crazy. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, y'all need to watch out, okay? Men, watch out for, like, women that look like that, because it gives she can get crazy. And I'm not even playing. I know I'm not tripping. Like, she really took me for a loop, and I'm just like, first off, for one, why would you tell another woman who's dating the same man that he was thinking, like, why would she not confront Grant? Like, why would she not? Like, listen, she would have hated me because I really would have confronted him. And I'm like, I know you did not tell her, and I'm so glad Carolina was going to Grant and checking him, and also telling these girls, like, I don't care what y'all talking about. Like, me and him, we had our talk. And basically Carolina, every time they're like, well, how did the talk, like, how do you feel? She's like, I feel the way I feel, and it went as best as it could. Like, y'all don't even like me. Y'all not my friends, so I don't have to tell y'all anything regarding me and my man. And I feel like Rose sat up there and lied to this girl face for what? Then when Carolina told Grant pulled Rose to the side, and he was like, did you tell her that? And she was like, I thought I heard that. Girl, you did not hear that. You did not hear that. Like, stop lying. Stop that lying. You did not hear that. So please, like, get out of our face. I was so glad when she went home, because if she didn't go home, I was hoping he sent her home. Like, I honestly, she could have went without being on the show, honestly. She just, I don't know. I really don't like her. Moving on to Serafina. Guys, I really like Serafina. I feel like she really represented the Black women, and as her being a woman of color on The Bachelor and competing, I really appreciate that. And I feel like I knew he wouldn't choose Serafina just for the simple fact there was no chemistry. Like, when they went on that little date, that was cute and all, but it just gave, like, even when he kissed her, it just felt forced. Like, everybody was like, oh, that's cute, that's cute. No, to me, it felt very forced. And I just feel like it just, I don't know, it just wasn't needed. And then when they went on their little date and they actually talked, he was like, I just feel like you're holding back. And she was like, I promise, don't think too much of it. My mom is watching this show. I'm not trying to do too much. And I'm like, okay, girl. And then guess what he said after y'all? He's talking about, I promise you, it's not that serious. Like, sir, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know. It just gave, like, she just wasn't his type. And, you know, I don't have too much to say to that. I feel like Serafina was an amazing, beautiful woman. I just think that, you know, Grant is not her man. And, you know, that's fine because, you know, he's something. Moving on, Savannah. I don't remember Savannah. It's showing that she's one of the contestants. I just don't remember her, so I have no thoughts about it. Okay, moving on, Vicky. Vicky, I remember her. She came in. She did, like, it gave like she was a bottle girl. I think she's a server. And, you know, Vicky, she didn't get that much camera time, but she got enough. But, well, I wouldn't say enough. I feel like she could have got more camera time. She definitely got a little more than some others. You know, I just can't give too much of an opinion because she didn't get that much camera time. She's pretty, though. I just can't give an opinion. They didn't give no conversation with them. Like, when she talked to Grant, we did not see any of that. We only saw her just standing there with the other girls. It just really gave, like, they should have gave her more camera time. So I don't know how she is. But yeah, moving on, Zoe. This is the last one. And I'm gonna talk about Zoe, then I'm gonna go into not Serafina. I'm gonna go into Julianna, and I'm gonna go into Litia. So, Zoe, I'm not going to lie, y'all. At first, I didn't care for Zoe. And that's only because it was just weird to me how she kept pulling him. I feel like it was disrespectful to pull him out the game when they went on that basketball group date. You know, they were hanging out with the kids, and he wanted to see how the girls interacted with having kids. And mind y'all, please remember this. Grant said he wants to be married and he wants to have kids. So I don't know what happened towards the end, but yeah. And in that group date, she was like, I'm gonna forfeit my shot and I'm gonna pull a Grant. I just feel like that was so disrespectful. Girl, if you don't shoot that ball, so Zoe, like, she really made me pissed. But I ain't gonna lie, I had to, like, I developed a soft spot for her when I just felt like all the girls were just going so hard on her, and it was just like, it's serious, but it's not that serious. Like, y'all know what y'all signed up for, especially when so I've heard when they were all talking amongst a group, like, this is after the date, they were all talking, they were like comforting her, and she's just like, I just feel like I didn't spend enough time with Grant, blase, they're comforting her, touching her leg, just comforting her. Then when she gets up to leave, they're like, yeah, that dress is too short. And that's what Serafina said. And that comment was so uncalled for. I'm not going to talk too much on that because Serafina did say they made up and she apologized. So I'm glad she took, action about that. But I just feel like a lot of the girls were jealous of her. And coming from a person who understands, I just developed a soft spot for her because I'm like, she was very misunderstood. And I really understood her and like how she was treated like towards the middle to end. So honestly, I really developed to love Zoe. Like, I actually love Zoe. I just wish she would have never like went into the suites with him like towards the end, because she was actually one of the last girls. It was 3. It was her, Julianna, and Litia. And I just really wish she would have never did that, because honestly, Grant give just little boy. Like, if you ask me, Grant is very handsome, but I feel like honestly he just wanted to sleep with the girls and just have intercourse. Like, that's how I truly feel. I don't even feel like he was serious. Like, and honestly, you know what? We're gonna move on. But anyways, I like Zoe now. Okay, next, we're gonna go back. Okay, we're gonna speak on Litia. And Litia, I love Litia down bad. She's my number 1 favorite. Okay, y'all. At first, I will say in the beginning, I didn't really notice. Like, I saw Litia, but I feel like Zoe, I developed a soft spot for her. And so I really like Litia. Like, I'm like, okay, you know what? She's mad gorgeous. I love her. She's really, and I feel like we, all the viewers who watched The Bachelor, really saw how she was towards the end and how she was ultimately ready to be a wife. Like, this, Litia is the absolute picture and image of who a man should choose to be his wife and have kids with. She was honestly ready. And when we all saw her family, like when I saw the episode, when he met the family members, I literally was like, wow, this is so beautiful. She has a great support system, beautiful family. And I just love, like, I don't know, Litia, she's just that girl. She's just that girl, I'm telling you. Okay, so we're going to go back to Julianna. Okay, as we know, Julianna is the one who ended up ultimately winning the competition, or not even competition, winning the season, and ending up with Grant. Julianna, I actually like Julianna. I do. Just the thing about it, I really felt bad for her after all she went through. Me personally, I feel like Julianna, I'm not saying, me personally, I don't know about anybody else. When I get with someone, I want to be fully 100%. Like, I want to be, or at least close to being healed. When her and Grant, it just gave struggle love. Like, it just gave, I have no doubt that Grant loves Julianna. I just feel like it just gave, like, they both went through the same things. And, it just, I don't know. It just, I don't know. I just don't understand. Like, Julianna, I feel like I liked her. I liked her family. I just don't think she should have got with Grant. I don't think Grant should be with anyone right now, same as Julianna. I think they need to heal on their own, because even when Julianna was talking to Grant and they had that conversation, she was basically saying how, I hope you can accept me for me. I'm not all the way healed. I still have insecurities, basically stuff like that. And he was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. But what really got me towards the end, okay, when it came down to Litia and Julianna, he still didn't know who he wanted to choose. And it's the fact that he sat there and did what he did with Julianna. Then I don't know, like, I just think it's so wrong how on a Bachelor, these people can sleep like with other people and then go on a date with the next. And y'all, oh my goodness, speaking of Zoe, I know we talking about Julianna, but I forgot to mention with Zoe, I really knew he wasn't going to choose her. And it's the fact that I heard on Bachelor After Hours or whatever it's called. He said that date he did with silent yoga for Zoe, he was like, he did that to teach her a lesson. That's why he kept her there for so long. And I feel like that told his character. Because why, out of all the girls, Zoe was the only girl who didn't get a single date with Grant. And the fact that when she finally got her time with Grant, and that was way towards the end, where you spend the night with people, he chose silent yoga, where he doesn't even talk to her. So it gave, like, I don't know, it just gave, like, you look good, but I don't want you to talk. And I just didn't like that. And how he was looking at her and Zoe, it just gave lustful, and I didn't like that. That's why I really just don't like Grant, because you just want this girl for her body, and granted, you did what you wanted to do. And I just didn't like that, okay? So Julianna and Zoe are the only two women that accepted to spend the night with him. And I just wish they would never did that. But, you know, not my business. Anyways, Julianna, I just feel like she's cool. Like, I just feel bad for her because I just don't think she should be engaged to Grant. I just feel like he's a man child. Like, honestly, we're going to go to Grant. Okay, we're off of the women now. We're going to go to Grant. Okay, we're going to go to Grant. And Grant, I just feel like I really liked Grant in the beginning. And I'm so upset. This is why I forgot with The Bachelor, because it's been so many years since I watched it. I forgot that you have to actually wait to give your opinion on these bachelors, because they will do a 360. Okay, a whole 360. And I'm so upset because I really like Grant. And I don't think he's a horrible guy. I don't. I don't think he's a bad guy. I think he has great qualities about himself. He's handsome, and I think he's great, has a great personality. It's just a problem I have is how he did Litia this whole time. And honestly, I didn't like that he was kissing everyone. I just feel like y'all all sharing, like, at this point, it's disgusting. Then not only that, every girl he talked to from beginning to end, he was telling them the same thing. When it really got down to the end, to the nitty gritty, y'all, he was literally telling all three girls the same thing. I love you, and oh, I want a future with you, and oh, you can't be telling, like, it gives player. Like, honestly, it gives player. And I feel like it really knocked down points for him. And the love that I had for, like, the love that I saw on the screen that I had in the beginning disappeared. And I'm just like, wow, you're showing your true colors. It gave you were only doing this for the media to seem like the perfect bachelor, but you end up showing your true colors at the end, because why did you lead Litia on? Even before, literally a couple of hours before, you had to choose. You told this woman, yeah, I love you. Yeah, you know, you're the one. This is what Litia said. Okay, the Bachelor finale. When she talked, she said, he told me, you're the one. You're my first pick. I love you, this and that. And I feel like he even said himself, Litia is his first pick. Like, Litia is his dream girl, I feel like. Litia is his dream girl, and I feel like Litia was ready. She even told him, she's like, yes, I want kids. Grant, didn't you say you wanted kids in the beginning? When you first went on The Bachelor, all them episodes, you told the girls the same thing. You're like, yes, I want to be a husband. I want kids. What happened to that, Grant? What happened? Like, this whole time, did you forget about everything you said? You said you wanted kids. You said you wanted a family. And when Litia told you she wanted those same things, then you're talking about, well, I spent my whole 20 years of 20 playing, playing, I think it's basketball. I think he played basketball, playing basketball. And I just feel like this time I just want to enjoy my life. And he was like, no, this is what he told Litia. He was like, so if we do get engaged, when do you think about having kids? Like, when we get married? She was like, well, I'm 31 right now. So, I would say in the next 2 years, that's when we should have kids. I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. 2 years, that give you enough time to enjoy your life. He's talking about he want to travel. You can do that before kids. It don't take a whole 3 years to enjoy your life and travel. By that time, you should be done. And, sir, just because you play basketball, I know basketball players, they still live their best life. Okay, all them years. You telling me that's still not enough? And I didn't like the whole time he kept bringing up her age. He's like, yeah, Litia's 31. Litia's 31. It gave you know she's that girl. You know she's mentally too mature for you, and you just were not ready for a wife. You want a girlfriend. You want someone who's just going to let you do what you want. You don't want a wife. And it showed. And I just didn't like that. Like, I feel like he literally lied. like the whole time. He led her on when he could have just told her what it was. And honestly, on the Bachelor finale, one of the old bachelors, they said it was an older woman, and she said that honestly, when she was the bachelorette, she didn't tell anybody she loved them until that one person. She didn't tell one person, and she ended up being with him. And I feel like that's how it should be. You don't aimlessly just go around telling people you love them. I feel like as long as as well as any woman takes I love you very serious. So don't just be throwing around, especially telling everybody. And I feel like he was honestly mad that she didn't spend the night with him. Like he's like, I really feel like he said I love you, whatever he gotta say to get her to get in bed with him. And it just gave player like Grant, I'm telling you, and this is why I like Julianna, but I honestly truly feel about the relationship, I don't think they will last. No offense. I just think he's not mentally mature. I think he's honestly childish. I think he's childish. I don't think he's ready for marriage. I think he wants a girl who's just, because anytime he said about Julianna, he's like, she's fun. She's fun. She's fun. Okay, besides that, she's just fun. You're not ready for a wife at this point. And I don't know, like, it's the fact that he had to literally force a I love you out of Julianna. Even up to the last time where she met his family. Even the mom asked, well, do you love my son? She was like, well, I can grow to love him. Are you telling me you about to propose to this woman tomorrow and she doesn't even love you? It just doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm not about to be engaged or even marry someone who I haven't even said I love you to. That's just so backwards. So I feel like this season, honestly, ultimately, altogether, it honestly disappointed me. And we deserve better. Like, I just feel like he dropped the ball. And The Bachelor this season definitely dropped the ball. And so I've heard they're not coming out with The Bachelorette this season just for the simple fact. I don't know what happened. I know that the producers did get fired. So yeah, because of my, research and, I did find out that the producers did get fired, which they needed to, because I don't know what they were doing this season. So yeah, y'all. Oh, it looks like it's about to rain. But yeah, y'all, I don't know, like this season, ultimately, altogether, Grant could have did better. And let me say this. We were not mad at the person he chose. That's not the problem. It's the fact that he strung 3 girls along, specifically Litia, stringed her along, said all these things that we thought you meant. I love you and you're my number one. And I'm telling you, me, everybody, including her, we were all surprised when he did not choose Litia, because even every time the rose, she was literally the first one to get the rose. We like, oh yeah, she got this, out the gate. Like, she's about to get chose. I'm telling you, she got this. Like, and then it's the fact when she didn't get chose, it's like we all surprised. Like, well, man, everything you described, this is it. This is it. And she's mad gorgeous. Like, what more do you want? So it gave that Grant didn't choose Litia because he just simply was not ready to be married. He simply was not ready to be the person that he claimed he wanted to be. And so I just feel like Litia, he would have chose her if he was fully ready. And honestly, I'm thanking God, literally. I'm so happy that he didn't choose Litia, because she dodged a bullet, honestly. Nobody wants a man who's not mentally mature enough to be the man that you want in your life, especially when you're a woman ready to be married and start your family. And I just feel like he just wasn't the one. And so even when he told her at the, the engagement, the season finale, the last rose, he's like, yeah, I'm not the man for you. You're right. You're dang on right, okay? You're dang on right. And it's the fact that he kept saying stuff, he wanted her to cry. And I'm so glad my girl did not cry. Like, she stood firm and strong. And he thought he was going to get a reaction out of her. And I'm so glad my girl did not, give in and cave in to his antics. Like, I'm so glad. He wanted her to cry. Man, nobody's about to cry for you. And literally when he said that, he was like, I hope you're going to be okay. She was like, I'm good. Like, look at her. She good. She's going to be okay. She's going to be forever good. You do not have to worry, honey. And people have to understand, I don't know why I've heard that everybody, not everybody, but some people, some people are defending Grant and some people are going hard on Litia. I don't know how anybody could go hard on her when she did exactly what she went there to do. She went there, tried out love, gave her all, was committed, and also poured her heart out to him. What else did y'all want her to do? She did exactly what needed to be done, and she did that. He just dropped the ball. And I feel like all these different women, just because he's handsome, trying to make excuses for him, and literally just, I don't know, like, not hold him accountable. Y'all need to get out of here, because y'all know he wrong. It's not because of who he chose. It's because of the simple fact how he went about his way of being a bachelor, and how he just led people on. He literally love bombed Litia. So ultimately, altogether, closing off on The Bachelor season 29, 1 through 10, I rate this like a 6, 7. It wasn't all that. I definitely feel like The Bachelor, he could have definitely done better with his words and his actions, and ultimately how he treated these women altogether. Because even every woman who he sent home, they were genuinely confused. They had amazing conversations with him. He did not once let them know, hey, this is, this is how I feel about you. Like, his true intentions and feelings, he wasn't real. And I just didn't appreciate that. So I feel like this season, The Bachelor definitely dropped the ball. Sorry to the people who got fired, the producers. But I definitely feel like a change was needed, just for the simple fact this wasn't it. Like, this was not it. I was genuinely confused, just as other people, on why they're sent home. So I believe, that's all I have to say regarding this season. If you have not watched it, go watch it. I feel like it's good enough to watch. It's just, you're going to be disappointed, honestly. And so I've heard, I probably need to start watching The Bachelor more, because they said it was one contestant. No, it was one bachelor who really did what he needed to be did. So, or what needed to be done. So, I'm going to have to check that out, because Grant, I don't know what he's doing. But thank you guys so much for watching. Comment down below if you enjoyed the recap of The Bachelor season 29. And if honestly you want more of these videos, I hope you guys appreciate this video. Again, thank you so much for, getting close to our goal of 1K subscribers. I love each and every one of you. And thank you so much for watching. God bless you. And I hope to see you next video.